Balenciaga is a luxury fashion house founded in 1917 by Cristóbal Balenciaga in San Sebastian, Spain. Balenciaga's rise to prominence is attributed to its founder's unique designs and construction techniques, which revolutionized the fashion industry. Cristóbal Balenciaga was born in the Basque region of Spain in 1895. He began his career in fashion as an apprentice to a tailor at the age of 12. By 1917, he had opened his first boutique in San Sebastian, where he quickly gained a reputation for his elegant and sophisticated designs. Balenciaga moved to Paris in 1937 and opened a couture house on Avenue Georges V. His designs were a departure from the prevailing fashion trends of the time, which favored highly structured and form-fitting garments. Balenciaga instead focused on creating loose and flowing designs that emphasized the natural contours of the body. One of Balenciaga's most iconic designs was the baby doll dress, which he introduced in 1958. The dress featured a short, full skirt and a high waistline, and was designed to be worn with flat shoes. The baby doll dress was an instant success and became a symbol of the youthful, carefree spirit of the 1960s. Balenciaga's innovative designs were praised by the fashion press, and he became known as the King of Fashion. He was also renowned for his technical mastery, and his garments were constructed with an attention to detail and craftsmanship that was unparalleled in the industry. Despite his success, Balenciaga was a notoriously private individual and rarely gave interviews or appeared in public. He retired from the fashion industry in 1968 and closed his couture house the following year. Following Balenciaga's retirement, the house lay dormant until it was purchased by a group of investors in 1986. They appointed American designer Josephus Thimister as creative director, but his tenure was short-lived and he was replaced by Nicolas Ghesquière in 1997. Under Ghesquière's leadership, Balenciaga experienced a resurgence in popularity. He brought a fresh, youthful energy to the brand and introduced a series of innovative designs that won critical acclaim. One of his most famous creations was the Lariat bag, which featured a slouchy, unstructured design and quickly became a must-have accessory for fashion insiders. Ghesquière's tenure at Balenciaga came to an end in 2012, when he was succeeded by Alexander Wang. Wang's designs were more minimalist than Ghesquière's, but he continued to push the boundaries of the brand with his innovative use of materials and textures. In 2015, Demna Savalia was appointed as creative director of Balenciaga. Savalia, a Georgian designer who had previously worked at Maison Margiela, quickly made his mark on the brand with his bold avant-garde designs. He introduced a series of oversized silhouettes, including the Triple S sneaker, which became a streetwear phenomenon. Under Vasalia's leadership, Balenciaga has continued to be a trailblazer in the fashion industry, pushing the boundaries of design and blurring the lines between high fashion and streetwear. The brand's popularity has soared in recent years, and it has become a favorite of fashion insiders and celebrities alike. Now back to the present. So what's going on at the luxury fashion brand Balenciaga? At first, I thought fashion is meant to be edgy. Maybe I just don't get it. Let's understand what all the fuss was about. What's Balenciaga trolling with an extreme PR stunt to raise brand awareness that turned into a scandal? Is this a company simply pushing the limits of taste and accidentally going too far? Or do we just catch them in the act? Why advertise with a cocktail of extreme sex Satanism? And children. So here's the first thing that came across, photos of little kids with teddy bears, but these teddy bears are draped in straight-up BDSM gear. Yeah, that's a plush bear and a black thong and a leather harness. Notice the blackened out eyes and studded leather jacket on the other bear. In a messy kid's room is a bear in fishnet stockings with a padlock around its neck and a child's drawing of the devil behind the little boy. This image also has caution tape with the word Balenciaga, a play on the name of the brand and the name of a demonic Old Testament Canaanite god who demanded child sacrifice. Why is this child half asleep on the couch while several wine glasses are blatantly displayed in the foreground? You can't miss them. Why does Balenciaga want a child to be in this picture? But wait, it gets worse. See this purse being promoted on Balenciaga website from the now Cannes 2023 campaign. At first glance, this just looks like an office-themed shoot, but look closely under the purse. That paperwork proves to be a document from an actual Supreme Court case that debates the legality of promoting child pornography. That's a rather bizarre Easter egg. There's no way these documents made it into the photo shoot by accident. Everything on a fashion set is meticulously curated and staged. Look at everything else in these photos. How perfectly I rated all as Balenciaga knew people would see this. The question again is why? Why sell shoes and jackets and purses and shirts with kids via cult and sexual deviancy? Speaking of Easter eggs, in the background here, you see a seemingly normal stack of boots, but if you zoom in, the most easy to read title is Mikkel Boermans. As sweet as it gets, a quick search of his name led me to find that he's a Belgian painter with some incredibly disturbing work that again includes kids. One of his paintings depicts images of naked castrated toddlers soaked in blood. Other Boermans paintings show masked people eating human limbs. Another features dead children and teenagers with dead animals. Another book spotted in the ad is called The Cremaster Cycle by Matthew Barney. Cremaster refers to the reflex that raises and lowers the testicles. Barney's Cremaster work is non-narrative and takes concepts like sex, death, and reproduction and gives them the John Waters treatment via a higher lens, thus making images occasionally interesting to look at, but nonetheless debased, self-indulgent, grotesque, and repulsive. There's more here, but let me show you one last thing that again is about children from Balenciaga and Adidas. You see this diploma? The name on it is John Philip Fisher. Search that name and it leads you to a news report about a Michigan man who was accused of molesting his granddaughter from age 4 until she was 16. Well, where is this stuff coming from? Enter Demna Visalia, the brand's creative director since 2015. Interestingly, Demna got his feet wet in 2014 when he created Vitamins. The streetwear collection is wildly popular with celebrities including Rihanna, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. The phrase sexual fantasies and drink from me and live forever is splattered across his apparel, and his oversized bomber jacket proclaims total fucking darkness over the symbol of a pentagram. He's this guy who's photographed in that full black mask alongside Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. More on Kim later, but those full black masks are styled, like what might be worn by a BDSM gimp, the sexually submissive partner. And you don't have to go far to see these all over Balenciaga. The brand 2023 fashion show in New York City is teeming with gimp masks and fetish bodysuits. Model after model, and we can't skip Lada Volkova. Volkova is a Russian-born fashion consultant who styled Demna's wedding collection and worked with him on Balenciaga up until at least 2017. She's close to Demna and has ties to everyone in fashion, from Vogue to Adidas to Chanel. Vogue and W magazine dubbed her, quote, the coolest stylist in the industry, and photographed her wearing BDSM collar she bought at a sex shop. Wormhole through LA's social media post, it's riddled with satanic imagery. Children in distress, and murder scenes. Lada's also friends with Gosha Rubchunsky, a Russian streetwear designer who allegedly pressured a 16-year-old boy to send nudes of himself. The trio seems to be a tight-knit group, with Demna telling ID magazine back in 2016, someone wrote that Lada Ga and I grew up on child pornography and radiation from Chernobyl, which is why we're so fucked up. After Balenciaga's recent campaign went viral, they're giving this standard apology tour, with the company's CEO and creative director issuing a series of apologetic Instagram posts, talking about learning from our mistakes and grievous errors and standing for children's safety. The company started out basically pretending that they never even saw the photos in question before they were published, but anyone familiar with fashion or entertainment knows that executives and lawyers would have vetted and signed off on every pixel before they were published. The fashion house even tried to blame the ad campaign's producers and set designer for the child sex controversy, filing a $25 million lawsuit against production company North 6 and set designer Nicholas DeJarda. They dropped the lawsuit a week later. Now back to Kim Kardashian. Kim is all caps obsessed with Balenciaga. Remember she wore that ridiculous all-black outfit with the GIMP reminiscent face mask? The mother of four even paraded her 9-year-old daughter North around New York wearing an even more dramatic kid's face mask. She says she's reevaluating her working relationship with Balenciaga and was distressed by the image. But she also has spoken with the brand and believes they will do better going forward. So what will happen in the future? Balenciaga has a significant celebrity pool. All kinds of famous faces love Balenciaga, and none of them appear to be cutting ties with the brand. Beyoncé, Kylie Jenner, Emily Ratajkowska, Gwyneth Paltrow, Nicole Kidman, Dua Lipa, Salma Hayek, Bella and Gigi Hadid, and Kanye. The list goes on and on. Nobody has been fired and none of the celebrities are speaking out. In fact, a New York Times article covering the controversy attempts to blame the scandal on Fox News. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. See you in the next one.